Hello, today is July 11th. I'd like to show you what is happening in my garden. Right now it is the green beans. These green beans, they are growing very well, and as you can see, the beans are almost as big as to be harvested. And there's just so many beans hanging on the plants. It feels so nice and wonderful when you know you can harvest a lot of goodies from your garden. It's just a very happy time. This is the flower of the gourd plant. I got this plant from a friend. Look at the flowers. This is a male flower. It's very beautiful. It looks like clematis flowers, but it's white. This is the first time ever I start to grow this gourd plant, and it's very nice vegetables. The leaves, the gourd leaves are the softest leaves among all the squashes. It's nice and soft. It doesn't sting or rough on your skin. When you touch it, it feels very nice and soft. I'll give you updates later. I see how this plant develops. I haven't got any male flowers blooming yet, so I'll give you update on that later. Right beside the gourd plant, I have some flat beans. Flat beans are very nutritious. They are just starting to flower. It's very nice. I mixed the gourd with my green beans plants. I did this because I believe in the philosophy of indigenous people. They plant three sisters in their garden, which is the beans, squashes, and corn. I didn't grow corn, but I put the squash and the beans together. These are Delicata plants. Delicata is a kind of squash that also called the peanut squash or potato squash. They taste really good. They are the best tasting squashes I've ever had in my life. Right now they are flowering, and as you can see, the fruiting start to form. I got one fruit here, and I got another bigger fruit. Where is it? Here. It's growing nicely. It's very exciting and beautiful. And because it's flowering a lot, it attracts pollinators. And so the bees and the birds and everybody is very busy and happy. And as you can see, there were some female flowers and the male flowers at the bottom. The good thing about Delicata is the male flowers and female flowers bloom at the same time, so they don't miss each other. They get pollinated very well on time. Delicata squashes are not very rich in carotene like other squashes, but they are rich in multivitamins, especially in vitamin B. It's a very good squashes to have. It's a kind of winter squash, so they have a very long growing season, and when you harvest them, you have to keep them for a while before you can consume them. So the starches they accumulated will turn into sweet sugar, and it tastes better than the shortbread cookies. It's just wonderful. And the young shoots, the leaves, young leaves and the flowers are edible too. If you need to thin your plants, you can just cut the young shoots and stir fry them with a little bit garlic. The flowers the same way. The male flowers are edible. As you can see, there were a lot of female flowers on the plant. There were two on this vine, and there's some on the bottom too. One plant can produce 5 to 8 squashes. but you'd better just let them do 5, because if you get more, it's too much for the plant to support the squashes, and they won't get as big. And so you have to limit the amount of squashes that you can grow on one plant. But there are just so many cute female flowers on the plants. It's just so nice to see them, and it's a very happy feeling to see things grow. This is the corner of my Delicata squashes. As you can see, I grew a lot of them because they are very good squashes, and they can keep for a very long time into winter. And by eating them, you don't have to eat junk food or a lot of cookies. You just eat the squash as dessert. It's just such a nice treat. And on this corner, I have lots of beans, and the beans are doing very well. They are producing quite a bit of beans there. That's very nice. This is another kind of green beans. I grew a couple of kinds of different kind of green beans, and at the bottom in this bed I have peppers, and you see the peppers are fruiting too. That's very nice. I harvested some of the leaves. I trim off the leaves. I gave them a good trimming the other day, and I mixed my vegetable garden with some flowers. I have nasturtiums and catmint to bring some colors and to attract the pollinators, in the same time to deter insects and the rodents. And I have some stem lettuce here, like I mentioned in my previous episode. The stem lettuce leaves are actually more nutritious than the stem lettuce. The stems are developing very well too. While we are waiting for the stems to develop, we eat a lot of the leaves, because the leaves are very nutritious and tender and delicious as well. And I also have some green onions growing, some coriander growing, some very hot peppers on the side. And over there I have the goji bushes, and they are magnets to birds. We also got quite a bit of tomato plants too, and some of them are fruiting already. And I'm so looking forward to have nice fresh tomatoes from our garden. Look at the kale. It gets so nice and big and fat. I have quite a few kale. They are more than enough. I have to freeze them and keep them for later use. They are very nice, healthy, nutritious vegetables to have in your garden as well. And they last pretty long. They can grow till the snow falls. At this corner I have a lot of dill blooming. I'm going to let them to bloom and seed. They also add a nice beautiful yellow color to the garden as well. So when they seed, the seeds just pop everywhere, and I don't have to grow them. They just grow by themselves, and I can just enjoy the fresh dill whenever I want. I just come out, harvest some, and look at those beans. They're just incredible. There were so many fruits. Look at the beans. Oh God, I'm going to have a good harvest there. Holy, that's really nice, isn't it? Okay, that's the short garden tour of today. I hope you like it, and I hope this video will inspire you to do some gardening. If you like our video, please subscribe. Your support will encourage me to do more and better. Thank you for watching. See you next time.